Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Sunday night live stream for studentloanjustice.org. My name is Alan Collins. Welcome. We're glad that you found us. If you're new to the group, welcome again. What took you so long? We're glad that you're here. We're the oldest and largest and pretty much only true grassroots group fighting for student loan justice. We've been around for 16 years now. We're the oldest, and to my knowledge, I think we're probably the largest group out there. We're probably the largest, if not one of the largest. I think we're probably the largest collection of disgruntled student loan borrowers in the country. So we're fighting, number one, and for the first 16 years of our existence, for bankruptcy protections. That is the core of the student loan problem. Bankruptcy protections have got to be returned to all student loans. But this pandemic is really the nail in the coffin of this lending system. So even before the pandemic, about 80% of all student loan borrowers were never going to be able to repay their loans. 80%, 4 out of 5. That's only gotten worse. So we're looking at a default rate of something like 80%, which is astonishing. By way of comparison, the default rate for subprime home mortgages was 20%. So we are now arguing for the cancellation of all federally owned student loans, which is 87 or so percent of all student debt, uh, as well as the return of bankruptcy protections to all student loans. So we've got a great bill in the Senate right now, S 2598, that we're fighting for. We have legislation coming up in the House very soon. Oh, and by the way, it is September 12th. I like to say that in the beginning of my live streams. If you have any questions or comments, throw them out. I'm going to keep it very brief tonight. So right now, here's the lay of the land. Presidential cancellation of student loans by executive order is at the top of the news. So our petition, change.org/cancel student loans, which now has over 1 million signatures, really ignited that conversation, and we're thrilled. So that's good. We also have, as I said earlier, a great bankruptcy bill in the Senate, S 2598, that we are fighting for. So what's going on right now is 4 Republican congressmen. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions or comments, throw them out, and if I can see them, I will definitely respond to them. So right now, what's going on is this. 4 Republican congressmen from the states of Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and what's the 4th state? Anyways, 4 congressmen from 3 of Ohio, 3 of those states, all the states I just said except for Pennsylvania, they owe more in student loan debt than their entire state budget. And even still, 3 congressmen who happen to be Republican from those states have asked President Biden to not cancel loans by executive order. So this is just ridiculous, folks. These congressmen are selling their own states down the river. They are defending the indefensible. They are defending the worst big government lending monstrosity in our nation's history. Let's take the state of Georgia, for example. Barry Loudermilk, Congressman Barry Loudermilk, signed on to this letter. He's one of the 4 congressmen. The state budget of Georgia is $48 billion. The people of Georgia owe $82 billion in student loan debt. So what are these guys doing? There's nothing conservative about fighting for the worst big government, college enriching lending scam. I would say also the most catastrophically failed lending scam in the history of our country. There's nothing MAGA, nothing conservative about that. So we've got to hit these guys really hard. So if you look up and down on our group, in fact, if you look down on this live stream in the comments when I finish it, I will put the link to a bunch of tweets that we made for these 4 guys. It's Barry Loudermilk in Georgia, Ted Budd in North Carolina, another guy in Ohio, and another guy in Pennsylvania. Anyways, Scott Perry, I think, in Pennsylvania. Help us fight these guys. We need to neutralize people like this. We need to jump all over them and call them out for abandoning their citizens and abandoning their conservative principles. This is the battle, guys. This is the fight. This is a very important battle in the war, let's say. This is important. We really have to take these people, these men, to task. We've got to expose the fact that their states are underwater in federal student loan debt. Confront them directly, confront the media in those states. You know, almost none of the media in the states that I mentioned who owe more in student loan debt than their entire state budget, most of the people in those states don't know it. The media has not reported it. So it's very important that we get the word out in those states. Those people, those congressmen, they need to rescind that letter. They need to take their signatures off of that letter. And that's what we're pushing them to do, and that's what we need your help with. So in particular, if you live in the states of Georgia, Pennsylvania, Ohio, or North Carolina, then we need you to help with this. But wherever you live, we need you to help with this. So go check out all those tweets that we tweeted and retweet them, like them, and send them, retweet them to like people in those states you think should make a difference. More importantly, make sure that you call out news organizations in those states: Ohio, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia. So please do that. That's the one action item that I'm asking everybody to take today. Remember, these are your loans. This is your problem. We have a huge muscle to flex with over 1 million people in our group on our petition, but that's meaningless unless you help us flex that muscle. So please do that. And you know, I think I'm going to leave it there at that. The last thing I'll say tonight, if you can make a donation. Oh, no, two more things. Two things. First thing, the first episode of our documentary series is now out. And I will also paste the link to that first episode. Please watch it. There's a $5 fee. That goes to the filmmakers so that they can finish this documentary series. It's the strongest documentary ever to be made on the student loan topic. Watch it. Watch the first episode to the end. And by the way, if you do that, you'll also be invited to a Q&A that we're doing on the 14th. So watch that live stream. Pay the $5. It's well worth it. The very last thing I'll say is if you can make a donation at this time, it would be very helpful. We survive and thrive on very little funding, but we can't do it on nothing. So please go to studentloanjustice.org/donate.html and help out with that. It would be very good, very much appreciated. So with that, let's make this next week the biggest, strongest week we've ever had. As I said, these are your loans. This is your problem. We've got a huge muscle to flex, and we need you. And you need us to succeed. So it's kind of a virtuous cycle. When you help, then everybody is helped. And when everybody helps, you are helped hugely. I mean, we can have this lending system done and gone and in the rear view mirror in a month, maybe 2 months' time, if we all pull together. That means you. So take this very seriously. We've come a long ways in the past year and a half. We've come a long ways in the past 16 years, I should say, but most poignantly in the past year and a half. So we're very close, guys. I've never been more optimistic than I am right now today. I would like to get these loans gone by the end of the year. It's a very real possibility. But you have to help. That's just the way it goes. So take heart. Check back on this group frequently, like every day. We're asking everybody to do daily actions every day. Do them. It will help. And do everything you can to spread the word about the petition. And do all that stuff I said a few seconds ago. So, all right, guys, let's make this a great week. Good luck. God bless. And Godspeed, everyone. And look down for all that stuff that I said. Ugh.